To honor the senior members of our varsity football team, as well as our senior managers, trainers, and cheerleaders, and all of their parents.
Parents play a big part as they contribute in so many ways, from transporting athletes to providing a cheering section at our games. Our outgoing seniors complete their commitment and leave having grown both physically and mentally. Therefore, this evening we are acknowledging not only our senior athletes, but also their parents by saying thank you and wishing them much success in their futures. At this time, we'd like to introduce our seniors and their parents. First, the members of our varsity football team. Number 8, Jeremiah Velasquez and his parents Will and Amaryllis Velasquez.
Number 9, Ethan Darter and his parents Ben and Pam Darter. Number 10, Colin Studer with his parents Valerie Mulchin and Jim Studer and his grandmother June Johnston. Number 13, Sean Griffin Jr. with his parents Michelle and Sean Griffin Sr. Number 18, Austin Chekalik and his parents Chris and Katie Chekalik and Grandpa Bob. Number 20, Walter Dahlkamp and his parents Mark and Ada Dahlkamp. Number 18, Austin Chekalik and his parents Chris and Katie Chekalik and Grandpa Bob. Number 28, Walter Dahlkamp and his parents Mark and Ada Dahlkamp. Number 18, Austin Chekalik and his parents Chris and Katie and Leslie Heinrichs and Grandpa Bob. Number 28, Walter Dahlkamp and his parents Mark and Ada Gabriella and Charles Churchill and Jeff Centani. Number 18, Austin Chekalik and his parents Chris and Katie and Leslie Heinrichs. Number 58, Gino Solis and his parents Jenny and Jose Solis. Number 28, Walter Dahlkamp and his parents Mark and Ada Gabriella and Charles Churchill. Number 66, Tyler Dernols and his mother Erica Dernols and father Rick Dernols and his parents Chris and Katie and Leslie Heinrichs. Number 58, Gino Solis. Number 68, Jenny and Jose Solis. Number 28, Walter Dahlkamp and his parents Mark and Ada Gabriella and Charles Churchill. Number 66, number 77, Matthew Krzyzewski and his parents Don and Margaret Krzyzewski and his parents Chris and Katie and Leslie Heinrichs. Number 58, Gino Solis. Number 68, number 81, Ryan Barrera. Number 28, and Sherry Barrera and his parents Mark and Ada Gabriella and Charles Churchill. Number 66, number 82, Alex Del Valle and his mom Margaret Del Valle and his parents Chris and Katie and Leslie Heinrichs. Number 58, Gino Solis. Number 60, number 83, Corey Ryan and his parents Eric and Shirley and his parents Mark and Ada Gabriella and Charles Churchill. Number 66, number 92, Alex Del Valle, escorted by strength coach Tom Holterman. Gino Solis. Number 60, number 83, Corey Ryan and his parents manager Madison Kelly and her parents Steve and Debbie Kelly. Number 66, number 92, manager Brianna Roper and her parents Tammy and Ray Roper. Number 60, number 83, Corey Ryan and his parents manager student athletic trainer Janae Howard and her parents and Debbie Danica and Horatio Howard. Number 66, number 82, manager Brianna Roper and her parents Tammy cheerleader Abby Capello and her parents Julie and Sergio Capello. Manager student athletic trainer Janae cheerleader Nanny Gomez and her parents Mario and Laura Gomez. Number 82, manager cheerleader Pearlie Jacinto, cheerleader Abby Stacy and her parents Julie and Sergio Capello. Cheerleader Jana McDermott and her parents Bill and Kim May and Laura Gomez. Cheerleader Olivia Middleton, her parents Tara and Larry Middleton. Cheerleader Kennedy Moore and her parents Michael and Lisa Moore. Fans, at this time, can we have a round of applause for our senior student athletes and their parents for a job well done?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the seniors. Lake Central's football seniors and their parents. Tonight is senior night here at the burial grounds. You are looking at every single senior who puts their time, their effort, everything into the Lake Central football program. You are looking at their parents celebrate on the field as they make their exit. With 13 minutes and 40 seconds left here on the clock, I'm Caleb Beasley.
And I'm Anthony Dye.
And we're here with your pregame coverage of the game versus Merrillville here. The seniors make their way off of the field here. One of the groups featured in the pep rally was the Lake Central football program. They were able to. One of the groups featured kind of come together and in the pep rally was the Lake Central football program. Lake Central football. They were able to. One of the groups featured kind of come together and in the pep rally was the Lake Central football program. Lake Central football. They were able to. One of the groups featured kind of come together and in the pep rally was the Lake Central football program. Lake Central football. They were able to. One of the groups featured kind of come together and in the pep rally was the Lake Central football program. Lake Central football. They were able to. One of the groups featured kind of come together and in the pep rally was the Lake Central football program. Lake Central football. They were able to. One of the groups featured kind of come together and the pep rally was the Lake Central football program. Lake Central football. They were able to. One of the groups featured kind of come together and the pep rally was the Lake Central football program. Lake Central football. They were able to. One of the groups featured kind of come together and the pep rally was the Lake Central football program. Lake Central football. They were able to. One of the groups featured kind of come together and the pep rally was the Lake Central football program. Lake Central football. started doing extensive live coverage. There, it was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. There, it was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. There, it was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. There, it was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. It was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. It was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. It was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. It was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. It was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. It was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. It was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. It was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful scenery is illuminated by the Friday night lights. Started doing extensive live coverage. It was still daylight, and now not so much. It is pitch black here, but this beautiful Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beauty, the grandeur, the magnificence, and the brilliance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the spectacle that is Friday Night Football. I'm your commentator, Caleb Beasley, alongside
Your play-by-play analyst, Anthony Dye.
and we will bring you every single moment of this incredible game, Lake Central High School versus Merrillville High School, right here. Battle at the Burial Grounds, right here on the award-winning LakeCentralNews.com. Scene is completely set here tonight. Football players lining up in the middle, getting ready for this game to start. 12 minutes left on the clock. Well, 12 minutes on the clock. Game hasn't started yet, my mistake. Scene is completely set here tonight. The Tribe of Pride just finished recording. Tribe of Pride just finished playing. Excuse me.
You have been listening to the Concussion Clinic Countdown to Kickoff live from Lake Central High School. Countdown to Kickoff is underwritten by the Concussion Clinic of Community Healthcare System at Community Hospital in Munster, St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart, and the Valparaiso.
Atmosphere is a little less electric than usual here at the Burial Grounds. The student section is not nearly as filled as it was in the past games, but they're still gathered in a little section. You still cannot see the color of the bleachers in the little section that they're in. It's just the crowd is rather quiet tonight. It seems like Lake Central's home crowd has kind of gotten used to winning. But we will see what the verdict of this game will be tonight.
Not only that we're used to winning at this point in time, last week was a tough loss for us, but the chill in the air, it's another factor too. Being that it's a little chilly and colder than normal, these football players haven't really experienced this much cold. We've been used to this warm weather, thankful for that, but as we get ready to set underway here, Lake Central gets ready to kick off the ball, and the game has begun as we kick off to Merrillville. They receive it at the 10, Merrillville does. And he takes it to about the 25-yard line.
The football team is more fired up than Lake Central student section. I don't know. They maybe they need time to get in it, but they do not seem as loud as they have been in the past.
Yeah, the numbers are smaller than usual, but you know what? It's better than nothing right now. I mean, for as cold of a night as it is, it's nice to see that we have some fan support out here.
Yes, indeed, an incredible night for a game. Absolutely not too hot, which is very nice when you're working here at the game, or you're even playing. Not too hot, as a little bit of a pile up there. I mentioned earlier, it has to hurt to have all these football players on top of you.
Merrillville gets lined up in the 26 as LC makes a nice stop for a loss of 1.
11 minutes and 24 seconds left on the clock here at the Burial Grounds.
Merrillville snaps the ball, and it's a fumble, and LC recovers the ball.
And they're moving.
And LC has scored on the fumble recovery.
I'm watching the football players on the sidelines absolutely fired up. This is not the first time I've seen Lake Central be able to come out with a touchdown before things even really get started.
Yeah, it always seems like whenever we play at home, regardless if it's a defensive drive or an offensive drive, usually the first drive of the game we score, no matter what. It seemed as if the running back from Merrillville had not fumbled that ball, he maybe would have broke away in the sidelines there, but hey, Lake Central there got a good break there. And Austin Chuckaluck with the kick. The extra point is good.
11 minutes and 13 seconds left, and the score, ladies and gentlemen, is 7-0, as you just witnessed. Atmosphere has kind of died down here. Lake Central Still in a huddle with what looks like one of the coaches for Lake Central is giving advice to the Lake Central players.
Hey Chris, I got a score update from Merrillville and Lake Central. Lake Central 7, Merrillville 0.
And Lake Central here gets to kick the ball off yet again.
Crowd's a little fired up here tonight. You can kind of hear him in the background. Getting a little bit more fired up as things get going. The adrenaline is going for these football players. I just saw Coach Joe Lauerman kind of pumping up the football players as this play is on.
Merrillville receives the ball inside the 5-yard line. And Merrillville just refuses to get down here.
Not going down at all, man.
Takes it down to about the 31-yard line.
Nice run for Merrillville there, definitely.
Oh, for sure. It's always nice to see your team come back after that tough loss right there and that fumble there.
Lake Central told that Merrillville player to go down. Merrillville said no. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
Merrillville said no. They did not give up until they physically could not stand anymore. And even after that, you still saw that Merrillville player still trying to have a little bit of life in him. He did not
Holding,
give up.
return team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
He did not give up there. And that's the type of mentality you need for this game tonight. You cannot just give up. And we've seen that in the past. Some of the games here, you can kind of tell that their mood gets dampered when something happens that's not in the team's favor. But they can't let that happen here. They have to stay on top. They have to stay level-headed. They have to keep their eyes on the prize, and that's how victories are pulled out. That's how state championships are won. You see, and Merrillville, again, refusing to go down.
Took 3 defensive backs there to bring him down. That was nice. Merrillville lines up here at the 18-yard line. Last play there with a little gain of 3. Quarterback snaps the ball, gives a quick handoff to the running back, and takes it up to the gut. And that is a stop there for Lake Central.
10 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock here at the burial grounds.
3rd 7 here for Merrillville.
Think about all that's happened since the quarter started. This is a lot. This is a very action-packed game here. A lot has happened in the past. Well, if we go by clock time, 2 minutes.
Earlier on when we spoke to players, some of the players on defense spoke of trying to shut out Merrillville, being a tough team and all, but it would be nice to see a shutout tonight.
Yes, indeed. I know that was a goal for a couple of the, most likely all of the team. Merrillville's moving. Can they do it? They're doing it.
40, 30, and down to the 16-yard line.
It almost looked as if Merrillville's player there face masked number 46. 46, I am sorry.
That was Keywan Thomas for Merrillville there, a junior there. Stands at 5'11", 183 pounds, safety, linebacker.
That was a nice little pass up the middle there. It was an empty backfield for the quarterback for Merrillville, and wow, just a beauty straight up the middle.
First down and 10 for Merrillville now at Lake Central 15-yard line. Actually, it's 48 yards.
Quarterback lines up an empty backfield, and he passes to the back right of the end zone, and it is just a little out there. Good defense by Lake Central there.
Miscommunication between Wilkins and Thornton, as Thornton, I think, was supposed to get the big with the ball.
9 minutes and 26 seconds left on the clock. This play is on. Merrillville's moving.
2nd and 10 here for Merrillville, and they're on our 15.
It was around 25.
Second down, 2nd and 10. You know, you pay a guy good money to do math like that.
Quarterback sets the halfback to his right now. Quarterback does a quick fake up the middle there.
Sweep down to around the 11-yard line. Ball carrier.
If you'd like to interact with us on social media, please use the hashtag LCTV livestream. We'd love to interact with you. Please tweet us. Post it on Instagram. Use it on Facebook. We'd love to interact with you. Hashtag LCTV livestream, which you can clearly see in the top right corner of your screen. Hashtag LCTV livestream. You are watching Lake Central's coverage, Lake Central Television's coverage of the football game, Lake Central High School versus Merrillville High School, the Indians versus the Pirates here at the Burial Grounds, right here on the award-winning LakeCentralNews.com. This play is on.
And the quarterback, they're under pressure and has to throw it almost out of bounds there. A nice little incompletion, but a great stop by Lake Central's defense. And the quarterback seems like he's going to stay on the field here. They're going to try and go for fourth down here.
You think they'll be able to do it?
With the defense looking right now, I don't think so. If I were Merrillville, if I were the head coach there, I'd be thinking, play it safe. It's early on in the game. Just take the easy 3 and go back downfield.
I want to send trips here to the right side, left, one receiver right. Now everybody looks, so that's Kirkland over up on the far side.
Running back,
Lead man is Jones.
right side as well. Now he's going all the way.
On the left side of the field there, they have trips going up over there. Wow, that is nice.
Crowd is lit here tonight.
Quarterback looks to his left, and he runs up the middle to a wide open run.
Get near the goal line.
And it looks like he didn't get it. He's down at the 1.
Nice job, secondary coverage watching downfield. No one was open. Good job of the secondary by the Lake Central Indians, but they didn't keep
8 minutes and 28 seconds left here on the clock. And I would imagine that Lake Central's coaches and even Merrillville's coaches are very vocal here. They both want to win. And one of Lake Central's football players mentioned earlier that they would like a half of a championship. That's how they're looking at it tonight, even though this game is not officially for it, but it is at the same time.
Exactly.
Because in order for them to get there, they need to win here tonight.
Up the middle, dives into the end zone for the Merrillville touchdown.
nice job of coming off the ball.
Merrillville there with the touchdown. The halfback dives into the end zone. Wow. Tough to fight through them linemen.
Yes, indeed. And I mentioned earlier, like, these guys work out. These guys have muscle on them. These guys are not light guys. These are not pieces of paper blowing on a windy day. These are monsters. These guys practice all day long to dominate.
Taylor in the backfield. This is Walters here on the near side.
Merrillville here lines up for a 2-point conversion. The quarterback snaps the ball. Easily gets swallowed up there.
Not
Get
able
the
to
pass
catch it.
complete.
Not able to do it. And I bet that's I can guarantee you that's upsetting for Merrillville. Our live coverage of this game will continue next.
When you're looking for a diamond engagement ring, stop by and see us at James & Sons Fine Jewelers. We specialize in fine diamond and designers in the bridal jewelry industry.
At James & Sons, we have the latest fashions with Alex and Ani bracelets.
We carry a huge selection of all of their latest designs. We consider it an honor to help you celebrate your life's special moments. So this holiday season, stop by and see us at James & Sons Fine Jewelers.
We're located right across the street from Whole Foods, next door to Old Navy.
And we are back. Thank you for joining us here on the award-winning LakeCentralNews.com. Once again, I'm Caleb Beasley.
I'm Anthony Dye.
And we're here bringing you exclusive, extensive, intensive play-by-play coverage of the football game, Lake Central Indians versus the Merrillville Pirates. Battle at the Burial Grounds. Indians versus Pirates, right here on the award-winning LakeCentralNews.com.
Merrillville lines up here to kick the ball away to the Indians here.
Live coverage of this game is presented to you by James & Sons, Harvest Time Pumpkin Patch, Essential Nutrition, Gino's Steakhouse,
And the ball gets
and
kicked out.
Eco Chic Boutique.
The ball gets kicked out at the 20 there, and that's a flag on the play.
Jackson's kickoff rolls out of bounds.
Kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
And as you heard the referee say, this is the first down. The ball will be spaced at the 35-yard line. The IHSAA officials making that call, executing their power here tonight.
Ethan Darter comes out on the field for the first time tonight. It is 7-6 Indians here. The quarterback throws out to his right to Austin Atkins, and Atkins does a quick little spin move, but gets grabbed up around his legs there. That was a good tackle by the Pirates there.
7 minutes and 53 seconds left here on the clock.
Ethan Darter lines up here.
What you are seeing on your screen at the moment that's getting in the way of the shot is just a blooper. We will have that removed for you as soon as we can. But we do have 7 minutes and 30 seconds left. Coverage of Lake Central's football game. Right here on Lake Central. Right here on LakeCentralNews.com.
As Darter throws over the middle, almost an interception on the play there.
Here on the clock, Lake Central making what I'm going to call a player exchange here on the field. Taking those guys off, putting new guys back on, keeping the guys fresh, making sure that the mentality still remains the same, that Lake Central wants the win.
The first drive there by Lake Central, wow. It's not very usual to have that happen as Austin Chuckluck kicks the ball away.
Merrillville's moving.
There's a flag on the play here.
Tackle by number 35, Nick Lucas. Penalty markers on the play.
Six minutes, 52 seconds left here on the
Merrillville. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Merrillville cannot catch a break tonight with his holding calls. Wow.
Like I mentioned earlier, 6 minutes, 52 seconds on the clock. Let's see what Lake Central plans on doing here.
Merrillville snaps it and throws it over the middle, and he drops the pass.
Not able to do it.
Little butterfingers on the play there. Had he grabbed that, that could have been easily turned to a touchdown. He would have had to beat two men.
Based on how he moved after he missed it, it looked like he was ready to move. That was Keith Green. I'm sure Keith Green is not very happy with himself. I'm sure the head coach is not very happy with what he just witnessed. Zach Wells, the head coach of Merrillville football program, could not be happy with that. That could have been an easy touchdown, and there were not many Indians in front of him. It could have been a touchdown for the Pirates.
The quarterback from Merrillville tries to do a little screen pass, and he cannot keep a hold on the ball either. Merrillville tonight just a little not using their hands tonight, I'd say.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching exclusive live coverage of Lake Central's football game. And the Pirates here are not forcing the Indians to walk the plank so far because the Indians are in the lead.
Third and 10 for Merrillville. 6:46 to play in the first. 7-6 Indians.
Quarterback for Merrillville. And that's a quick pass to the outside.
Thomas Jones for Merrillville, quarterback for Merrillville, kind of instantly fell when he grabbed that ball. And I don't really think there were any intentions for that. I don't think they were trying to run with the ball. I kind of think, based on the looks of it, he kind of just fell. I don't think anything. I think that could be a strategy for the team.
Merrillville here fell a yard short. Merrillville here is going to kick the ball away to Lake Central. And the kick is almost blocked.
And Merrillville really took over there and just kind of got the ball away from Lake Central. I think they did a really great job. I have to give the opposing team credit on that one. They did a really great job of moving the ball away from Lake Central. Definitely, there's some sort of strategy here. There's something we don't know about, but we can figure it out based on common sense and watching, that Merrillville's got something planned here. And they're not too far behind. They're 1 point behind in the first quarter. They have a definite chance to come back into this.
That is for sure. The ball looks like to be lined up at the 27-yard line here for Lake Central. Now the 10-yard loss there for Lake Central. There was a penalty on the previous play. Hopefully on this drive here, Lake Central doesn't end up 3 and out like the previous drive. Starter lines up here. Hands the ball off here to Anthony Giles.
Lake Central trying to
Giles
run through.
runs
They're
up the
doing
middle.
it.
He's got a lot of space. And he is brought down to about
He really tried to get it through there. He really tried to get it through there. You have to give him credit. He was kind of taken down in what looked like a wrestling move, kind of taken down. Even though it wasn't, it looked like some sort of a cradle on him on the ground. Lake Central first down.
About 5.5 here left in the first quarter. As Ethan Darter here lines up and hands the ball off yet again. Giles looks like he picks up about 9 yards.
Giles on the season has 83 carries, 476 yards, 5.7 average, 10 touchdowns.
I see a lot of military members out here in the crowd. We definitely pay our respects to them as they come out to witness this excellent game.
As Anthony Giles gets subbed out for Josh Williams. Ethan Darter tells him probably with the plays going on here. It seems like Lake Central's going to want to run the ball here, and it sure seems what they want to do. Josh Williams gets swallowed up here by the defense by the Pirates. Wow.
Now this is what you just witnessed is two trains coming at each other. A head-on collision there. You saw Lake Central pushing for it. You saw Merrillville pushing for it. And no one really got knocked down. The play just got stopped. It was just two trains that were designed not to break, coming at each other, and then they just gave up. Said, let's redo this.
Central hands the ball off yet again to Josh Williams. Josh Williams the spin move, and that is a first down for Lake Central.
Darter that time going underneath center doesn't happen very often.
Williams on the carry was an LC first down. They'll say he went down at 39-7 on that pickup for Josh Williams.
Again, Darter under center.
Well, I combination this time with two receivers to the left. Carter tripped and fell. Tripped on the center's feet.
Yes, he
after
did.
taking the snap.
Well, it looked like, and when a team that doesn't go underneath center that often.
Anthony Giles, Sean Griffin, and Jerry Velasquez come out on the field.
Do that every play. So, like you said, Darter got his foot not underneath there. I couldn't tell if that was a run play or a pass.
3 minutes and 37 seconds left on the clock here. 34 now, my bad. Indians lead 7. Pirates trail 6. Only 1 point behind.
Ethan Darter throws out to the far side, and it looks like Sean Griffin with a nice catch.
That was Josh Benson on the catch.
Nice job of Benson shaking off the initial hit of the defensive back.
I'm sorry, that was Josh Benson on the play there.
Made a good hit. But, I mean, you teach that technique in junior high.
Ethan Darter here in the I formations. He lines up under the center. Hands the ball off here, and ooh, tough hit up the middle. And it looks like a fumble here on the play.
Merrillville says they have it. See what the officials say. Giles was the ball carrier.
And it looks like Lake Central maintains possession.
Lake Central here will keep the possession of the ball. It was a lucky play there as they fumbled there.
Less than a yard. They're at the 30-yard line. May being the Lake Central Indians. Darter's gonna go
Lake Central lining up at the 30-yard line.
Lake Central here goes for it on 4th down.
Williams, and let's. I don't think he got
No,
it.
he did not. The way the officials is coming out and spotting the ball, it looks like he is going to be a happy.
Officials definitely putting a quick stop to this here, making sure this game gets called fair and right down the middle.
Nobody wants any players hurt. I don't blame them for calling the play so early like that.
Last week, this week they are playing determined. So the coaches really must have got into their heads about working hard, making some good tackles, and playing harder. About as simple as you can make it.
Tonight's game is underwritten by State Farm agent Connie Bernardi in Dyer.
Once again, you are watching live coverage of Lake Central's football game, Lake Central Indians versus the Merrillville Pirates, presented by Lake Central Television. If you are watching, please interact with us using the hashtag LCTV livestream. Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen?
As he fell to the ground, the ball popped up out of his hands. He got lucky that it touched the ground there.
For Merrillville's sake, it fell harmlessly.
So we got a quick score, 17-7. Carmel versus Warren Central is winning with 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Wilkins, second down and 10.
He runs the ball. The Merrillville quarterback runs the ball himself here.
Turn it upfield here on the left side, get across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. So Wilkins is going to pick up 6 on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
DJ Wilkins on the season, 34 carries, 150 yards, 1 touchdown.
I mentioned earlier that the scene is set here tonight. A few more people have filled into the student section, but not anything noticeable, unless you were watching, which I was. Now, one part of the student section is packed, and then there's no one in the other part. Not nearly as many people that have been here last week. A flag thrown on that play by a referee. One of Lake Central's players taken down.
And it looks like it's probably going to be a holding call on the offense.
Could be a folding call on the offense.
Defense and offensive line come together on pass protection. So again, sloppy plays.
So Merrillville had a first down.
Chop block on the offense. 15-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
The Merrillville is just, they're penalty happy tonight, if I do say so myself.
Very much so indeed.
4th one for the evening here for the Pirates. You know, it seems like they want to fight for it, but almost every time they try to get that first down, there's always a penalty call.
Was a first down, has now turned into 3rd and 21 with a minute 48 to play the first. 7-6 Lake Central.
Minute and 42 seconds left on the clock here.
Trips to the right. Wilkins sets the back to his right side as well. Then he's looking left, and he's going to fire it downfield. And it's tipped away beautifully by the defender here on the
And Lake Central side loved what you just saw. Lake Central side definitely enjoyed that.
Nice job. Boy, he played that one just right. Cut underneath the receiver just at the last second and tipped that ball away. He had about a half a step on him, and it was actually a perfect throw. Just a great job defensively by Colin Studers.
That brings up 4th down. Pirates are going to have to punt it away.
Pirates are 4th and 21, and they're forced to punt the ball away. And they're on their own 19-yard line. It's not inside the red zone there.
Ball going straight to the ground there, but Merrillville quickly capturing it. Kenyatta Smith, the wide receiver for Merrillville, quickly on top of that.
Had he let it bounce up a little bit more, Lake Central would have had a nice.
Now, Lake Central wide receiver has done a lot this game. Josh Benson We caught up with him earlier today. Let's check out what he had to say. My apologies. We'll check it out later. We'll check out what he had to say later. We're more focused on the football, more focused on making sure that you get to see the football, but we
Darty here passes out, and it is incomplete to Anthony Giles.
A minute and 17 seconds left on the clock. Think about how much has happened here. Think about all the stuff that has gone down.
2nd and 10 here on the 43-yard line for Lake Central with about a minute 17 left. Ethan Darter snaps the ball and a quick pass up the middle there.
And a quick takedown from Merrillville, too.
Ooh. Ryan Burita there stretching out for the extra yards. I don't blame him there. That's a nice play.
Yes, indeed. Definitely a very, very nice play.
Under a minute now. It's 3rd and 2 on the 35-yard line for Lake Central. Lake Central here snaps the ball as Darter throws the ball and is incomplete. Another 3 and out for Lake Central tonight. That is their second one.
Not much time left here on the clock in the first quarter. 33 seconds. 34 seconds. Lake Central players taking a little bit of a huddle there.
Lake Central here goes for it on 4th down, 4th and 2. Still at the 35-yard line here for Lake Central. Ethan Darter snaps the ball and a quick pass out to the right. And
Ooh.
Josh Benson with a quick juke move. And that'll
Did you
be
see that? That was beautiful.
Down.
That was absolutely beautiful, that juke move. Score update from around the region. Crown Point trails against Chesterton 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. LaPorte leads against Michigan City 15-0 at the end of the first quarter. And Valparaiso is tied with Portage 7-7.
The Indians run the ball
A little
here.
bit of a scramble there, it kind of looks like. And that'll be it for the first quarter here as time winds down. But like I mentioned earlier, let's take a look at what Josh Benson had to say and a word from one of our sponsors next.
Honestly, I don't know really. I'm just happy that I can catch the ball. It's all about focus really. You just gotta look the ball in and then just secure the ball as you go down. I'm planning to do whatever I can to help the team. I mean, if things don't go well my way or anybody's way, we'll just be able to pick each other up and move on from that. Hopefully we'll be able to run the ball well because they're pass first defense and the offense, our offensive line should be able to give us a push for running.
Welcome to Harvest Time Pumpkin Patch. We are located in Lowell, Indiana. Patch this year we have some new attractions. We have our petting zoo and our exotic bird adventure. Stop at our donut shed and grab a dozen donuts.
We're back and better than ever here at the burial grounds. We've got a brand new quarter here. Lake Central's on the opposite side than you saw them last time.
2nd and 3, and Darter throws out deep to Austin Atkins, and Atkins reaching for it as he falls out of bounds there. There's a flag on the play.
How do you feel Lake Central's coaching staff feels about the team's performance tonight?
You know, it's been a tough game for Lake Central on both sides of the ball. The defense has been shining a little bit more than the offense, but both teams here tonight have been doing really well. But Lake Central's coaches themselves, I mean, I wouldn't give them much to complain about. Both sides of the ball have been pretty well.
I couldn't agree more. Now, how do you think Merrillville's coaching staff is feeling about their performance tonight?
I'd say the same as I did for Lake Central. They've been fighting really well on both sides. Can't give them much to complain about here. Just the early fumble in the beginning is about the only thing I've seen so far.
And I guarantee you the coach had something to say about that.
Oh, no doubt about it.
But they're not doing bad at all. There's plenty of time for them to make a comeback here, and the Indians are only leading by 1 point.
It is 1st and 10 here inside the red zone as Anthony Giles takes a carry up the middle.
Once again, if you are interacting with us, if you are watching, we would love for you to chat with us. Use social media, use Twitter, use Facebook, use Snapchat, use Instagram. How to do it? Use the hashtag LCTV livestream. We would love to know that you're watching.
It is 2nd and 10 for Lake Central here. Ethan Darter here. He snaps the ball on a quick pass and it's deflected. It'll be 3rd and 10 here for the Indians as they get ready to set up against the ball again.
– 11 minutes and 9 seconds left here on the clock.
Lake Central lines up for the ball again. Yeah, Merrillville timeout here.
Our extensive live coverage will continue next.
Just keep doing what I'm doing, hit them hard, and keep going to the whistle.
What college do you plan on going to?
Purdue University, West Lafayette.
Anything else you want to add?
We just got to do our stuff, and hopefully we'll get part of a championship tonight.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I mentioned earlier, 11 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock. The Indians and the Pirates are still in their huddle discussing strategies, the coaches are telling what they want to see executed on the field. And now, everything the coaches just told the players we are about to see be attempted to be executed here at the burial grounds.
Coming out of the timeout there, Ethan Darter surveys the field. It is 3rd and 10 still on the 10-yard line. Ethan Darter readies for the snap. Ethan Darter snaps the ball and throws out deep in the end zone there, and that is an LC touchdown.
And that got Lake Central side awoken. They were getting a little quiet, but with the help of our field play-by-play commentator, Mr. Jeff Sherman, doing a lot out here, getting the crowd pumped up, and they really enjoyed that touchdown. I wouldn't blame them.
I would say so myself, yeah. Josh Benson's fade route there was a beauty. He beat his coverage there, and he went for it. I don't blame him. That was beautiful. And the extra point there is good for Austin Chuckaluk. The Indians are up against the Pirates 14-6.
Cheerleaders are trying to get Lake Central student section excited, and it's amazing because even though the players are advised not to let the atmosphere get into their head and take their eyes off of the prize, when the student section is fired up, it definitely helps their mentality. It helps the announcer announce better. It helps us talk better. We're more into it. The players, if it helps us, then the players are definitely more into it.
That is for sure. Well, the small crowd tonight, I mean, there's still a lot of energy here at the Burial Grounds.
We'd love to hear your feedback. We'd love to hear your feedback on the game. So use the hashtag LCTV livestream to interact with us.
So Lake Central here kicks the ball away to the Pirates. There's a lateral pass over to the Pirates there. Wow. That is a first in my commentating career. Oh, and a nice stiff arm.
Flag thrown, though.
That's a definite flag. I wouldn't call that much of a stiff arm. I'm sorry. That was more of like a punch to the helmet there. Gosh.
During the return, block in the back, Merrillville, 10 yards from the spot, first down.
What do you think is going through the heads of the Lake Central players who are on the field right now, even the Merrillville players?
You know, even in the early in the game there, that fumble, it'd still be a little in my mind trying to go against the quarterback there because it seemed like they had something going, Merrillville did, until they stripped that ball away.
Yes.
But the defense has a little momentum coming back onto the field because we've been holding them to nothing but 6 points right now.
Yes. And to me, what it seems like Lake Central's reaction to that, their game plan that they had going there, kind of shocked them.
It did, yes.
They said, "Oh man, we need to tighten some things up here."
Lake Central's defense here has been showing pretty good. They couldn't get the shutout that they wanted, obviously, but it's still turning out to be a pretty great game.
Yes, indeed. The Indians lead 14-6 against the Pirates.
It is second and 11 on the 36-yard line here for the Pirates. Quarterback throws the ball out to his left, and he's out of bounds. About a 5-yard gain there on the play. Yeah, I can't give the defense fault on that play. He had him pretty covered, but the receiver there just beat him and jumped a little over him just to get that.
Yes.
Third and 7 here. There's a screen pass, and he is down for maybe about a 2-3 yard gain on the play.
Nine minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock. I do see a few Lake Central players on the side kind of preparing, tossing the ball around. I see Darter making sure that their hands are still warm, that their blood is still boiling. And even for the players who are on the sidelines, they still have to be feeling the same emotion that the players are feeling on the field, which is wanting to win.
Looks like Lake Central will spot the ball about the 22-yard line.
Have you ever wondered what's essential at Lake Central? Our live coverage continues next.
This is essential nutrition. The first step is aloe. The aloe is really good for absorption of nutrients, good for your hair, your skin. Step 2 is the herbal tea. Herbal tea is thermogenic, means it boosts your metabolism, gives you energy. Step 3 is a shake. It's a meal replacement shake, not just a protein shake. That means you get 21 vitamins and minerals inside your shake. It's under 200 calories, and we have over 50 flavors to choose from.
And we are back.
Lake Central here on the 26-yard line. Ethan Darter hands the ball off to Anthony Giles, and he goes on the outside there. Giles
He's
takes
moving
it for a nice run out of bounds. He is a stud running back, I will say that.
There's a lot of studs out here. Besides Stutter, some people like to call him Stud, some people like to refer to him as. There are a lot of studs out here.
Mm-hmm.
Flag thrown on that play there.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
The clock is actually being reset here. That decision being made by the IHSAA officials. It was at 8 minutes and 35 seconds. And now it's at 8 minutes and 37 seconds. That is the amount of time left in the second quarter here. The play is on.
Anthony Giles there with the run yet again. Anthony Giles comes out of the play. In comes Josh Williams in the backfield for an I formation. Darter here fakes the pass for play action, and an out route to Austin Atkins, and he hangs. Oh no, that was an incomplete pass.
Now, while that was going on, I was watching the reactions of the coaches for Lake Central. They did not like that.
Not at all. When you're that wide open, you have to hang on to the ball. It is 3rd and 3 here on the 49-yard line for Lake Central.
3rd and 3 for Lake Central. The Merrillville 49-yard line, 8 minutes to play the first half. Darter.
Ethan Darter rolls out to his right as he throws the ball.
Nice snap there.
That is a first down for Lake Central. Well, under 8 minutes here in the second quarter. 14-6 Indians. Ethan Darter is here, ready to snap the ball. A handoff. Anthony Giles. It's 2nd and 9 here for the Indians on the 42-yard line. Darter fakes the handoff, and the pass is incomplete to Josh Benson there on the play. Had he completed that, I don't think it would have been much of a completion. Wouldn't have done much damage there. It seems like Brett St. Germain, the head coach of the Indians tonight, is running a 2 halfback offense. He keeps switching out Josh Williams and Anthony Giles this evening. It's 3rd and 9 here for the Indians. Darter fakes a pass and goes for a play action out to his left. And Austin Atkins with the catch there. Wow. Just grabs it right out of the air.
7 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock here. Lake Central, first down. We could take a little side note here to say our appreciation to all of you for watching. This is my 5th live broadcast, I think. I think it's my broadcast partner Anthony's 3rd. And we put a lot of hard work into coming out here, making sure that you guys are able to see the game. And we appreciate your support. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate the interactions with our fans, our viewers. Thank you so much for your support. Always on behalf of me and the entire staff of Lake Central News, we appreciate everything you do for us, and we do this all for you.
It is second and 6 here for the Indians on the 26-yard line. Is Ethan Darter with an empty backfield here. Snaps the ball, runs with the ball, takes it about out the 19-yard line.
People on the sidelines having to take a step back there, making sure that they don't get hit, making sure that they are in the line of sight, or should I say line of destruction for Lake Central's football player. It must be interesting to just be on the side, you're just doing your thing. Next thing you know, football players are charging at you. What do you do?
At that point, I might run right out of the way.
Yeah, I've witnessed some people who weren't paying attention. They kind of just get taken out. It must not be fun. And I mentioned earlier, having all these guys piled up on top of you as a football player must not feel too good. Just imagine being an ordinary person. Must not feel good at all. But thank God that didn't happen here. And that ball right there was caught by the ground, it appears.
Yeah.
Tucker read the route perfectly. It was a quick slant, and Tucker jumped it. Darter thought he was open for a second and threw it in there, but nothing doing, man. Tucker.
It is second and 10 here for Lake Central on the 19-yard line.
Tonight's game is underwritten in part by State Farm agents Rich Allenbaugh and Highland, Bob Reese and Bob Boyd. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and so are Rich and Bob. Rich can be reached 923-3030 and Bob at 663-7337. State Farm agents Rich Allenbaugh and Bob Reese are proud supporters of high school stars.
Yeah, it looks like we got a timeout on the field.
Yeah, do we?
Yes, sir. It's going to be
Our extensive live coverage will continue next.
Strategies for tonight. We got to run the football. Merrillville likes to spread things out, so I feel like running the football would be our best way to win the game. I look forward to this rivalry game because they beaten us last year in the sectional championship game, and we just want to try to win the DAC and look good for sectionals.
And we are back. No, Jacob is just one of a lot of Lake Central players who had a lot to say to us. And a common strategy was for them to run the ball. That is their goal here. A score update from around the region.
Chesterton is up against Crown Point 7-0. LaPorte here is up against Michigan City 15-0, and Valpo 14-7 against Portage. And it's the top of the 8th for the Cubs here. Cards are up 1-0. Hopefully they can pull it out. Nice little historic run here for the Cubs.
Second down and 10 for the Indians from the Merrillville 19-yard line. 6:09 play in the first half. Darter drop. Pump fakes.
The play is on here.
And he lost the football. It looks like Lake Central came up with it. But they will keep yardage on the play by spot.
Jarrell Wheeler for Merrillville showing a little bit of frustration there on that play. 5 minutes and 43 seconds left here on the clock. Lake Central in a little bit of a huddle, an unofficial timeout for them. It's interesting how they kind of get their own little moments to talk while things are going on. So they don't always have to take a timeout per se.
No. Darter here lines up for the ball and snaps it. Looks out to his left, looks right, and he wheels out and throws it to the right here.
Not able to catch that there at all. But Merrillville is a little fired up here tonight. You can tell based off of these past plays. Anthony Tucker Jr. for Merrillville has been a little bit of a fired up. I saw him running, doing a little bit of high knees on the sideline after that last play. Keep the blood going. Keep the blood flowing perfectly here to make sure that the eye is kept on the prize.
That's for sure. On a chilly night like this, you got to stay warm. As Lake Central here lines up for the field goal.
This is Austin Cheklik on to attempt a 41-yard field goal into the north wind. That's good. Holds good.
Nice kick there.
And it has plenty of leg.
That is a good kick by Austin Cheklik. The kick is good, making it 17-6.
And let's talk about Chuckaluk's skill as a kicker. He is incredible, formerly being a soccer player here at Lake Central and then transitioning over to football and doing an incredible job. We have a lot of incredible people out here, and one of the studs out here tonight is Colin Studer for Lake Central. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
I'm just looking forward to it being our last home game in senior night. I've been waiting 4 years to be a senior, and I looked up to all the seniors, and now I am one, so I can't wait to be on that field for the last time, maybe. I'm looking forward to the game in general. I mean, I'm just looking forward to it being our last home game in senior night. I've been waiting 4 years to be a senior, and I looked up to all the seniors, and now I am one, so I can't wait to be on that field for the last time, maybe. I'm looking forward to the game in general. I mean, Merrillville and Lake Central has always been a huge rival, and like this is nothing short. I mean, we're both in contention for the DAC championship, and we won it, and they won it, but the best team will come out tonight.
Kicks the ball away.
Oh, hey Chris. This is Sam at Merrillville, Lake Central, and I have a score update.
Oh no, they're moving.
Almost.
Not able to pull it out there though.
Almost took that one to the house.
4 minutes and 58 seconds left here on the clock. A little under 5 minutes here. And I mentioned earlier, we had a pep rally here at Lake Central. And the football team was honored for their hard work. And respect was definitely shown by head coach Brett St. Germain. And the pep rally was something new that happened here for the first time in 27 years. A lot has happened in Lake Central in 27 years. We've had a bunch of new principals. We've had principals varying from Mrs. Sandy Platt, Mr. Robin Tobias, and our new principal, Mr. Sean Bagley here at the burial grounds. We've had athletic directors changing positions. Most recently, Mr. Chris Inyart taking the job, which he has now as athletic director. Formerly, the athletic director here was Mr. Anthony Bartolomeo and Mr. Robin Tobias within the last 5 years here. And those are just within the last 5 years. There's been a lot more changes here over the past 27 years, even for Lake Central's football program.
Pirates here line up. It is 2nd and 11 on the 41-yard line for the Pirates, and they fake the handoff and a quick pass over the middle. They're on the 24-yard line here, the Pirates are, as they snap the ball. And the Pirates are getting some pressure in the pocket, and that is a quarterback sack.
3 minutes, 47 seconds left here at the burial grounds. Lake Central is still in the lead, and they're doing a good job of keeping the lead. The Pirates have not moved up from their 6-point position that they have been at for a considerable amount of time here, but there is still an opportunity for them to come back. I do not see the game being tied before the second half is over. There's still a possibility, I just don't see it happening. Lake Central does lead at 17, though.
Quarterback almost gets sacked as he throws a
snap there.
And
Merrillville with the
touchdown.
touchdown.
That was a defensive breakdown by the Indians there. Wow.
And this is why I said it's still possible, because as soon as I said that, Merrillville moves up 6 points.
Looks like Ethan Dardo will get a chance to maybe pull out a 2-minute offense here.
29 yards on the touchdown pass. Now the PAT attempt. Well, no, they're going to go for two. They went for two after the first touchdown, missed. They're going to stack receivers both sides, left and right.
There's a flag here on the play.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Merrillville lines up in the empty backfield, and there's another flag on the play.
Referees gathering together to make a decision on what their call is going to be. We're about to hear it.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Both teams are lining up. Looks like there's still a little bit of discussing, and I did just see a Merrillville player talking to a Lake Central player. I don't think it was any sort of hey, good luck.
This close of a game, there is no good luck saying to each other like that. Nah, not at all. Merrillville finally calls a timeout after 2 false starts there. Wow.
Our extensive live coverage of this game will continue next.
Welcome to Eco Chic Boutique. We are Dyer's upscale women's consignment store, but we also feature the girls' dance dresses. If you have prom dresses, homecoming, winter formal dresses that you've previously worn, we encourage you to bring them in and make some money with us. We also sell them at a fraction of a price.
We have a fabulous selection. You can't beat it. Great price, great items. Come in and shop with us, and also be responsible. Recycle. Come and use those previously worn dresses that are just in fabulous condition.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. The time in the second quarter is winding down here with a little over 3 minutes left. The Lake Central Indians have a score of 17, while the Merrillville Pirates have a score of 12. Will the Pirates be able to make a comeback here? Anthony, what are your thoughts?
You know, not maybe in this half, but I could see possibly a comeback. It is only a 5-point game here, and Merrillville's lining up for 2 again, so maybe get the gap a little bit closer. Maybe make it a 3-point game.
Here we go. Again, this is a 2-point conversion try after the Merrillville touchdown. They're going to put a man in motion. Wilkins is going to fake. He's going to throw towards the right side. Catch made and in.
He is in for the 2-point conversion on the 3rd attempt there. Wow.
So now the score has changed. You know what? I don't count the Pirates out. This game is not over. And the coaches are not relaxed. The coaches are not. This is a nail biter for the coaches because think about it. They're 3 points away. 3 minutes. 1 touchdown is worth how many points?
7.
Right. So if they get another touchdown, they're in the lead by 4 points. 3 points without a kick, 4 points with a kick. Lake Central definitely does not want that.
No. Lake Central's offense here will probably get something going here. Pirates kick the ball away here. Sean Griffin with the reception here as he goes up to almost midfield and out about the 32-yard line.
A lot of Merrillville Pirates having to move back there. Lake Central player did go on to the Merrillville side there, getting kind of pushed out of the field. So what I get from that is that the Merrillville Pirates are playing a more intense game. They're not playing how they started with it kind of seemed like, here, let me break this down. When they started, Merrillville had the attitude of, we got this, they don't. Now, I'm telling you, it was that one mistake in the beginning for Merrillville that changed the whole course of their game. Now they're realizing, maybe we don't got this, or maybe in order to get this, we need to put in the work. Point is, either of these teams are not going to walk out here with the victory easy. This is a legitimate battle at the burial grounds.
A little under 3 minutes here, and it is 2nd and 10 on the 28-yard line here for the Indians. I'm sorry, 29-yard line.
Unless you're Lake Central, trying to keep the Merrillville offense off the field.
Don't forget Merrillville had the football to get a game. Lake Central also gets it to start the third quarter. So key here is probably make sure Merrillville doesn't get an opportunity before with two receivers. Here to this left side.
Ethan Darter lines up here for the snap. And that's an offsides play.
Flag thrown there on that one.
That was Wheeler trying to time the snap.
Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
75 yards.
Again, there's no yardage put to the one illegal procedure for kicking it out of bounds. Lake Central just gets the ball for 35.
It's a crazy stat. No NL pitcher has had a complete game in the postseason since Doug Durango in 1981.
So the football now at the 34-yard line.
Lining up at the 34-yard line with 1 minute and 53 seconds left on the clock
And Ethan
in the
Darter
second
gives
quarter.
the handoff. And there's a fumble on the play here.
Still bouncing around. And Merrillville has it.
And
Merrillville very happy about that. You can see their section over there just very happy, very ecstatic with the performance. And I wouldn't blame them. They're not far behind at all. They're losing, but they haven't lost.
Sure seems like the Pirates are taking the wins out of the sails of Lake Central here.
He got that before his knee hit the ground. Boy, costly turnover for the Lake Central Indians here.
And we're driving, and now they give Merrillville good field position as Merrillville's at the Lake Central 48-yard line, trailing by 3, a minute 44 left in the
Seems like slowly, but not necessarily so surely, the Indians could pull this out. Slowly, but not necessarily so surely, meaning that the Pirates could come back.
This is a tough game for the Indians here, as the Pirates line up with an empty backfield. The quarterback passes it deep to his man, and it went through his hands.
Had a step on him, just underthrown just a little bit. Again, no. The defensive back for the Indians. Great coverage out there. Swatted it away at the last second. It looks like that was...
Scoreboard update from around the region. Chesterton leads against Crown Point 7-0 at their halftime. LaPorte is still at 15, while Michigan City is at 0. Valparaiso leads over Portage 21-7 at their halftime. And a little bit beyond Friday night football, under some other Friday night lights, the Cardinals are up against the Cubs 2-0. It is the bottom of the 8th.
Coming from a Cubs fan myself, hopefully Cubs continue their historic run in the playoffs so far.
I don't know about that.
Gotta love the lovable losers. As the Pirates pass over the middle, and he is down for about a gain of 12. the Pirates here pass the ball, and he is down at the 21.
Looks like they're going to take the lead. They're down to the LC21 now. Minute 7 to play.
107 on the first down.
12 yards on that pickup, second catch of the half for Kirkland.
What a nice throw right there by Wilkins. Right to his spot.
Lake Central and Merrillville lining up here. Not much time left, a minute and 7 seconds left on the clock. Now under a minute.
Pirates roll out, and he's avoiding the sack and the pressure, and he is sacked.
He was taken down. Lake Central's crowd loved that. They want more.
Big mistake right there. Wilkins holding on to the ball way too long. He's got to just get rid of it right away. He sees that pressure coming off the middle. He thinks his mobility is going to help him out right there. He should have just thrown the ball away, come back to live another down.
Second and 31 here. As sad as it is to say, they're on the 42-yard line. The Pirates open up with an empty backfield. He tries to avoid the pressure and fires over the middle. And he runs into his own teammate.
Nice catch across the middle.
Not being able to do it once again. Time is running out here. I do not see them making a comeback with 15 seconds left. Unfortunately for them, but fortunately for the Indians, they're in the lead. But I do not think head coach of the Indians, Brett St. Germain, is going to allow them to let up now, considering they're only in the lead by 3 points. It'd be one thing if it was 80-14. And even then, I doubt St. Germain would let up. They're in the lead by 3 points. I know for sure he wants to be able to make an even bigger impact here. He wants more numbers up on the scoreboard. He wants to not barely walk out of here with a victory. He wants it to be solidified. He wants it to be buried into the burial grounds that Lake Central won their last home game of the regular season.
When we scored the first touchdown, we're going for 2. Right. And when it didn't work, then they were forced to chase points.
Yeah,
That could have been the case. But if you get a 10, 12 yards, you have this wind at your back, what wind there is left, and if you miss, the half's over anyway. You're not giving up any field position.
Well, I mean, do you run 2 plays into the end zone here? I mean, because the clock will stop if they get a first down, but if they get tackled short of the first down, I don't think they can run back up to the ball and get another play off, especially if they're short of first down. It'd be 4th down if they spike this.
They're going to run something here to this short side right. I bet they put triple receivers here. I don't think you can get 2 plays into the end zone in 15 seconds. Wilkins going to fire, catch Mayer.
Merrillville's moving there, and they were not able to do it once again. They're running out of time. They're making kind of a last-ditch effort to put some numbers up on the board here, but they were not able to do it. That was Cameron Jackson, not able to do it.
Well, under 10 seconds here left in this half. It is 4th and 19. 4th and 11, I am sorry, on the 22-yard line here for the Pirates.
9 seconds left on the clock.
Let's see what the Pirates quarterback here has got in mind with an empty backfield. Throws a pass deep in the end zone, and that is a catch as the Pirates take the lead.
What? They did it with 9 seconds left. They took the lead. The Pirates are in the lead. They did it. What an upset to Lake Central there for their coaching staff. They almost had it. They were 1 second away.
Only Lake Central hung on just for a tad bit longer on that play.
Yeah, Lake Central is now not in the lead. The Pirates are in the lead 20-17. That has to be upsetting to the coaching staff. That has to be upsetting to the fans. Everyone who is bleeding blue has to be upset.
Handoff and into the end zone for the touchdown. Miles Taylor, the 2-point conversion.
The Pirates refuse to let up. They are up 22-17 against the Indians with a little under 2 seconds to go in the half.
It's now Merrillville 22, Lake Central 17. We'll keep it right here. Give Miles his 3 yards on the 2-point conversion.
Just, finishing my thought here,
literally 1 second left on the clock in what is turning into a nail biter for the Indians, for the coaching staff, for the team, for the fans.
Yeah, Sam, at the Lake Central Merrillville game. It's now 22-17 Merrillville.
He caught it right between two Lake Central players.
2 seconds left in the second quarter.
1.8 left in this half. Don't forget, stay tuned for the Herb Hoagie halftime report, underwritten by Remax Realty Associates.
2 seconds.
Let's see what they can do with relatively 2 seconds left, 1.8 seconds to be exact.
Touchdown pass went to 22 yards out.
Ready to kick the ball away to the Indians with a little under 2 seconds to go. This game is a definite nail biter.
It's going to be a short kick, a kick that bounces, actually ends up down around the 12-yard line. Here's the return
And time has run out on the clock. That is the end of the first half. That concludes the first half. A full first quarter, a full second quarter, and ladies and gentlemen, it's ending with the Pirates in the lead. My broadcast partner and I did not believe they would be able to do it. We did not believe they'd be able to come out with the lead here with the limited amount of time left in the second half. Our live commentary will resume after this awesome halftime break that we're about to have. We will be back with live commentary once again right here on the award-winning LakeCentralNews.com. Thank you for staying tuned with us. We encourage you to stay tuned some more. If you'd like to interact with us, use the hashtag LCTV livestream, and our live coverage will continue after this halftime right here on the award-winning LakeCentralNews.com.
At this time, we'd like to recognize our senior members of the Lake Central Tribe of Pride and their parents. Alexa Adams, escorted by Tim and Ellen Adams. Nina Angus, escorted by Keith and Victoria Angus. Anthony Benjamin Bednarik, escorted by Tony and Amy Bednarik. Matthew Beamsterboer, escorted by Jim Beamsterboer and Vanessa Bianchi. Bianca Bernal, escorted by Valentin Bernal. Jacob Boshiers, escorted by Dave and Amy Boshiers. Neil Buss, escorted by John and Joan Buss. Rebecca Kane, escorted by Mary and Eldon Kane. Dana De Laurentiis, escorted by Reneo and Denise De Laurentiis. Taylor Duffy and Megan Gabe, escorted by Lisa and Richard Gabe. Andrew Dunn, escorted by Debbie and Brian Dunn. Nick Gustafson, escorted by Roger and Karen Gustafson. Clayton Hatfield, escorted by Janet and Mark Hatfield. Kayla Hesterman, escorted by Michael and Jessica Hesterman. Jayla Jones, escorted by Monique Smith and Andre Jones. Christian Ivazic, escorted by Michael Ivazic and Nicole Kruger. Abigail Keith, escorted by Sue and Don Keith. Justice Alexander Martin, escorted by Kevin and Pamela Martin. Amanda McKenzie, escorted by Leroy McKenzie. Ben Moore, escorted by Randy Moore and Wendy Moore. Monica Oljace, escorted by Bob and Rose Oljace. Katie Palmer, escorted by Jerry and Carol Palmer. Brianna Panici, escorted by Joe and Heidi Panici.
Amber Portenga, escorted by Linda Portenga. Sochi Regalado, escorted by Catherine and Gerardo Regalado. Jesse Rivera, escorted by Brenda Rivera and Jesus Rivera. Shay Rogers, escorted by Chuck and Debbie Rogers. Haley Skinta, escorted by Debbie and Ed Skinta. Haley Morgan Spindler, escorted by Carrie and Aaron Spindler. Danielle Sprouse, escorted by Dan and Kristen Sprouse. Aaron Stovall, escorted by Chip and Diane Stovall. Matthew Tao, escorted by Nam and Mindy Tao. Griffin Taylor, escorted by Tony and Cheryl Taylor. Sabrina Wyatter, escorted by Tom Wyatter and Abby Rice. Trevor Williams, escorted by Sharon Johnston and Lyndon Williams. Brian West, escorted by Lori and John West. And Will Wyatt, escorted by Woody and Billy Wyatt. Congratulations, senior Tribe of Pride members and their parents.
The Lake Central Tribe of Pride is under the direction of Mr. Chris Harmon, Dave Nelson, and Alan Bozalski. Additional staff members include Chad Miller, Kevin Lewis, Adam Turman, Mark Gobert, Steve Kramer, Pete Koopmans, Henry Williams, Patrick Speranza, Christian Markey, Colleen San Miguel, Nick Mitchell, Jennifer Bozalski, Lacey Carlson, Will Frankenberger, Emily Stutler, and Jim Moore. Tonight, the Tribe will be performing the first 5 movements of their 2015 field show entitled In Her Eyes. The drum majors are Abby Keith, Rebecca Kane, and Jennifer Chavaria. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lake Central Tribe of Pride.
Fresh wind blowing through reeds of grass, the opening palette of this tale from the past. And I, a lonely seer, with eyes that no longer shine, will be a storyteller, giving history line by line. But you see, it is a fair young innocent with hair of raven black, who is caught up in the folly of the gods, as a matter of fact. For this sister's sin of being the most beautiful of the three attracts Poseidon's lust and Athena's jealousy. And Athena's jealous rage would be epic for all time. She turned that young girl's beauty into a monster painful to define. It wasn't the swirling snakes that wrapped around her head, or the scaly skin, nor the lizard's tongue that was the cause of all the dread. That was not the source of danger for the ones who became like stone, but a single look from her eyes that kept her all alone.
Central Tribe of Pride. Good luck to the Tribe as they perform tomorrow evening at the Cavalcade of Champions of the Merrillville High School in Greenwood. Good luck, Tribe. Each year, the Lake Central Band Boosters hold a Take the Caller, Take the Cash raffle. Tonight, the winning ticket was drawn, and the winner is Gary Van Norman. Thank you to everyone who supported the Lake Central Band Boosters in this raffle. Charitable Sports Clubs is a proud sponsor of Lake Central football. Sports Clubs where you too can be an MVP, and it is always good to be a guy. Stop in and tell them that Sporty sent you.
We are back here at the Burial Grounds. After that halftime break for us, our live coverage is back. We are back. Once again, I'm Caleb Beasley.
And I'm Anthony Dye.
And we are here with your live coverage of the football game, Lake Central versus Merrillville. Now, what we saw, let's take a recap on what we saw last half. The Pirates took the lead, and what was not expected by you or myself, I was definitely not expecting them to come out on top like that.
Oh, no.
Especially with such little time left in the end.
The Pirates are giving a squib kick over the middle. And Sean Griffin gets tackled at the 30-yard line.
First and 10, Lake Central from their own 30-yard line.
Broadcasting perspective, one of the things I really enjoyed about the old stadium is you were really close to it. This is one of the higher press box facilities now that there is in Lake County.
And Ethan Darter here lines up with a halfback in the backfield with him with a 3 wide receiver set.
11 minutes.
A quick pass and he got cracked over the middle there.
Definitely, with 11 minutes and 47 seconds left on the clock.
Second down and 5 for the Indians from their own 35-yard line.
Anthony Giles.
This play is on. He's moving. Taken down. You know what? I've seen Lake Central and Merrillville try to do this a couple times tonight, where they're trying to get these touchdown runs from far away from the touchdown zone or the end zone, and they're not really able to do that. They get stopped relatively instantly.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
As you heard by the IHSAA official, they are going to replay the second down.
Ethan Darty here lines up in a similar formation. It's a low snap as he hands it off to Anthony Giles here.
25, Anthony Giles, the ball carrier. Technical by number 30, Matthew Thompson.
The crowd here has kind of died down. Things have kind of mellowed out here. They're not really as loud, and I don't see why, because Lake Central is not in the lead anymore. Lake Central definitely needs a comeback. Will they be able to do it, or will the Indians pick up a loss here tonight? What are you thinking, Anthony?
I'm thinking the Indians will come back here tonight. I mean, we're on our home turf, and no matter the size of the crowd, it's always nice to have some fans cheering, and it gives you the momentum just to come back on offense or defense and make a big plays.
Fourth down for the Indians in the punt. Number 18, Austin Chekalik.
And it looks like Colin Studer will be out for the rest of the game here. He's on his sidelines on crutches here.
Definitely not good at all. Definitely not good at all.
As the Indians kick the ball away here. Calls a fair catch.
Number 9, Thomas Jones with the fair catch at the Merrillville 30-yard line. First and 10 for the Pirates.
So first and 10, but yeah, it's, you know what, the allergies have kicked in. I'm not sure if it's
10 minutes and 22 seconds left on the clock. Indians still trailing with 17 points. Pirates in the lead with 22 points. The question is, how long will the Pirates be able to hold up this lead? Can they make it to the end of the game, or will the Indians come back?
It's 1st and 10 here on the 30-yard line as the Pirates run the ball up the middle there.
Number 9, Thomas Jones, the ball carrier. Tackle by 28, Lucius Pilot. Gain of 6 yards on the play, 2nd down and 4 for the Pirates from their own 36-yard line.
Quick pass over the middle.
Wilkins pass complete to number 9, Thomas Jones. 28 Pilot, 6 Gillespie on the tackle. 1st and 10 for Merrillville from their own 46-yard line.
9 minutes and 40 seconds left here on the clock. What do you think Merrillville's strategy is now? What do you think Merrillville's strategy is now?
Oh, I'm sorry. Merrillville's strategy, it seems like they're probably going to pound the ball up the middle like they've been doing for the rest of the game. I mean, passing as much hasn't been working out. Every time they go to pass the ball, they try to do a quick little slant route. That or a little screen pass here and there, but running the ball seems to be their strategy for the rest of the evening. As the Pirates here get swallowed up the middle there. Wow.
Once again, if you are watching, please use the hashtag LCTV livestream to interact with us on social media. It would definitely be awesome to interact with you, to be able to know who's listening. Use Twitter, use Snapchat, use Instagram, use Facebook. 4 square, 3 square, 2 square, 1 square, whatever you want to do, just use the hashtag LCTV livestream. We'd love to interact with you. With 8 minutes and 19 seconds left here on the clock. Pirates 22, Indians 17.
And the defense here goes ready for a snap. Ooh, and he gets caught over the middle there.
DJ Wilkins pass the to number 11, James Kirkland. Tackle by 28, Lucius Pilot. 1st and 10 for Merrillville from the Lake Central 29-yard line.
And the quarterback for the Pirates gets taken down at the middle.
By DJ Wilkins, the ball carrier. Lucius Pilot on the stop.
Seven minutes and 20 seconds left here in the third quarter.
It's 2nd and 5 and 24-yard line for the Pirates here. Pirates run the ball yet again, and he gets through the defense.
23, Isaiah Thornton, the ball carrier.
Sure seems like their game plan, like I said earlier, is just nothing but trying to pound the ball up the middle.
Little under 7 minutes left here.
Isaiah Thornton, the ball carrier.
That was a short little loss there for the Pirates.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 13 for the Pirates. From the Lake Central 21-yard line.
defense here line up and snap the ball. Fakes a long pass and gets a short little pass up the middle. Number 23. And he's pushed out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
Wilkins pass complete to 23 Bush.
6 minutes and 4 seconds left here on the clock. The Pirates are still in the lead.
11 yards, 3rd down and 2 for the Pirates from the Lake Central 10-yard line.
Pirates snap the ball for another time here. A short little pass, and it's incomplete. The Indians' defense just broke that pass up.
Yes, they did. 1 second under, 6 minutes remaining. For those of you who don't know, that's 5 minutes and 59 seconds left on the clock in the 3rd quarter. And how, you know, we got to give it up for the Tribe of Pride and their halftime show. They did an incredible job.
I'd say so myself, showcasing senior night. They did a great job. Lake Central here with the stop. Great defense here.
First and 10, Lake Central from their own 11-yard line.
Five. 5 minutes and 55 seconds left on the clock. If you are interacting with us, if you're watching, please use the hashtag LCTV livestream on social media, which you will see in the top right corner of your screen. Did you look? Did you see it? Good. Now tweet us.
It seems like Ethan Darter's having a little bit of trouble this game here and there. He's had problems each time under the center. Every time he goes to snap the ball, it seems like either the center steps up trying to protect him too much, and Darter's not moving his feet too much, or he's shuffling his feet and keeps falling to the ground. That's the 3rd or 4th time I think it's happened this game. Darter lines up to snap the ball. He snaps it and fakes the handoff to Anthony Giles, and he looks to throw deep, and it's over the middle. It's an interception by the Pirates. And they take it to the 5, and they take it to the house. There's a flag on the play, though.
Darter's pass is intercepted by number 8, Joel Wheeler. There's a penalty marker on the play.
Yeah, and it just changed here as well. Interception return for a touchdown by Merrillville. This is 12 from Elsie's own 9-yard line.
Turn, block in the back. We got a 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
And the interception gets thrown away there. Lake Central, I'm sorry. I am sorry. The interception still on. I was mistaken. I took it as if the Indians still had the ball.
It's all good. We all make mistakes. But one mistake that will not be made is the fact that there is 4 minutes and 59 seconds left on the clock.
Another quarter to play here. Merrill scrambles and he throws deep, and the pass is almost intercepted.
How many
by Lake
passes
Central.
have we seen tonight that have not been able to be completed?
You know, as he was throwing the ball there, it seemed like he was trying to go deeper than he wanted there. As he was hit, he threw it, making a high arcing pass like it was, but Lake Central had a chance to pick it off, but they let it drop to the ground. No harm, no foul. quarterback of the Pirates looks over to the sidelines at his coach there, and his coach is screaming something at him.
A little bit of a timeout there, and our extensive live coverage will continue next.
Hello everybody, I'm Kara and we're at Gino's Steakhouse in Dyer. As you can see, we've newly remodeled. We also own some restaurants in the area, both Jellies in Merrillville and Dyer, as well as Gino's in Merrillville and Dyer. Make sure you come in and check out our new look at Gino's and try some of our signature dishes.
Gentlemen, we are back. We hope you are enjoying the live coverage. Let us know what you think using that wonderful thing you see in the top right corner of your screen. Hashtag LCTV live stream. Scoreboard update from around the region. Chesterton leads against Crown Point 14-0, and Crown Point was here a few weeks ago. They ended one of their no score streaks here a few weeks ago in the third quarter here, and they are at the end of the third. LaPorte leads against Michigan City 25-7. Valparaiso versus Portage. That game is at halftime, with Valparaiso leading 21-7 against Portage. The Portage Indians were also here a few weeks ago, but they were buried by the Indians at the burial grounds.
Pirates throw them, give them a little run, it looked like here. Bit of an awkward play, but nonetheless, it looked like they gained a yard.
Along with interacting with us on social media using the hashtag LCTV livestream, you can also follow our Twitter page at LCHS News. And visit us online on the website you're viewing this on right now, the award-winning LakeCentralNews.com.
Second and 7 here as the Pirates take the ball on the 7-yard line. The Pirates' red zone offense tonight was pretty good as they throw it over the middle, almost picked off. Third and 7 here for the Pirates. He's going to do a short little screen pass. And he is down at the 4-yard line here, making it 4th and 3.
62 Sam Barnhart on the tackle. That'll bring up 4th down and goal for the Pirates from the Lake Central 4-yard line.
What is about to happen here? What are your predictions?
It seems like the Indians are going to try and make a stop here, and they run the ball, and the quarterback jumps and scores. That's the Pirates touchdown.
Things are looking bleak for the Indians at this point now.
After the interception was taken to the house earlier, they took the play back, moved them back a few yards, and they continued to push through it and get those points back up on the board.
Now the Pirates will once again go for 2. And here's the snap to Wilkins, wiping all the way to the left side, thrown up into the end zone and knocked away. The pass is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion no good.
Wilkins pass is incomplete on the 2-point conversion.
Our live coverage of Lake Central's football game will continue.
Strategies for the night: run hard, run strong, run fast. I think we'll win. We're going to win. We've game planned for them enough. Coach Saint always has us ready. They're a great team. We'll be ready to beat them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Three minutes, 26 seconds left on the clock. The Indians taking a little bit longer than the Pirates to break away from their huddle. 6 seconds to be exact. And could that be because a strategy is trying to be put in place here to get some points back on the board, because now the Pirates have taken an even bigger lead. 28-17. That's not what, when we spoke to some of Lake Central's football players, that's not what they thought was going to happen.
They've been playing it for a run offense all week, they made it sound like, and they've wanted a shutout, and their defense isn't playing the greatest as they've been in the past few weeks. And Sean Griffin is down at what looks like about the 27-yard line.
13, Sean Griffin on the return, tackled by number 8, Merrillville.
Nice job of field goal kickoff coverage for the Pirates. It was a short kick, got past the 20, so they started at the 27-yard line.
Scoreboard update from around the region. LaPorte leads against Michigan City 31-13 at the end of the third.
Anthony Giles finds a little bit of running room here. Wow, that was a nice little run.
Brought down by number 15, Anthony Tucker.
Giles made several nice moves in the hall.
Gain of 13 yards and enough for an LC first down.
Wow. Do you see that? You know, that again, we go back to the same thing with those trains that weren't really meant to be broken, just coming at each other there, what we just witnessed.
Second down and 7 for the Indians from their own 43-yard line.
Ethan Darter lines up here. Throws the ball out to his right, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver there was Austin Atkins.
Lake Central taking a little bit of a huddle there. The Pirates are ready to go, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the Indians are the ones that are taking a little bit longer, discussing strategies, trying to get some numbers back up on the board. That has to be their goal. That's the only thing it could be. Let's get some numbers back up on the board. Let's get some numbers back up on the board.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, third down.
You know, going back to last season, it was a tough loss. That ended our season against Merrillville, at Merrillville as well. But hopefully tonight the Indians can change that and turn the tide a little bit.
This time they'll go into a little different formation. Maybe the right side, the wide side, the strong side.
Darter rolls out of the pocket and throws over the middle. The pass is almost complete, but Sean Griffin could not hang onto the ball.
Darter threw that one with some mustard on it, but just a little bit too high for the wide receiver to come down and catch the ball.
little under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter, excuse me.
The Indians kicked the ball away to the Pirates here. There's a flag here on the play.
Walking the back on the return tee. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Minute and 46 seconds left here.
It's 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Minute and 46 seconds here, sorry.
There's another flag on the play.
Oh, we're having a good time up here in the press box. We're enjoying it.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
False start.
The Pirates just keep tacking on penalties tonight. First and 15 for the Pirates on their own 11-yard line as they fake the handoff. And they actually hand the ball off.
23, Isaiah Thornton, the ball carrier. 44, Jackson Long.
They need to step up and cause a punt here. Lake Central get the ball back and get it.
And 24, Kobe Cook on the tackle.
A little over a minute left. A little over a minute left here in the game at the Burial Grounds. The Pirates are still in the lead. Pirates are still in the lead, 28-17 here.
It's 3rd and 18 for the Pirates here on the 9-yard line. A little over a minute left in the 3rd quarter here. Merrillville hands the ball off on 3rd down, and it's 3rd and 18.
Again, the team was stopped when they tried to make one of those long touchdown runs. It just didn't work.
He had one man to beat on that play, but that man grabbed him up and did a routine tackle and just wrapped his legs up. It's 4th and 3rd here, and the Pirates are looking to punt the ball away.
22 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when we start this quarter, oh wait. Ladies and gentlemen, when we started this quarter, I believe the score for the Pirates was 22, and the score for the Indians was 17. Now, the score is 28 for the Pirates, 17 for the Indians. They have done a nice job staying on top throughout this quarter here. Will they be able to come back? Will the Indians be able to make a comeback? Will the Pirates remain on top? Guess you'll have to stay tuned to our exclusive live coverage.
I feel like the Indians may make a comeback on this.
They could, and the Indians have been known to make a comeback when all odds are against them.
Sometimes teams play better when their back is definitely against the wall. As Darter fakes the play here, and he's a wide open man down the field, and he drops the ball.
Those are things they're going to have to work on right there. I guarantee you all the coaching staff is definitely going to have something to say when we take a little break here in between the quarters, when they take a break. We're not going off the air.
We're here to stay.
We're concerned about getting the game to you. 8 seconds left. Indians breaking away from their huddle.
Excuse me, it's 2nd and 10 on the 45-yard line for the Indians. Ethan Darter fakes the handoff, and he takes the ball himself and throws it downfield to an open receiver as he steps out of bounds to stop the clock.
Wow.
And they give it an incomplete. Wow. It definitely looked like it was in bounds there.
Definitely indeed. Not much time left on the clock at all. Not even a whole second left. But what can Lake Central do with that amount of time?
Complete a pass is what they can do with that amount of time.
That's something that's better than nothing. That concludes the third quarter. And our coverage of the fourth quarter will continue next.
Welcome to Eco Chic Boutique. We are Dyer's upscale women's consignment store, but we also feature the girls' dance dresses. If you have prom dresses, homecoming, winter formal dresses that you've previously worn, we encourage you to bring them in and make some money with us. We also sell them at a fraction of a price.
We have a fabulous selection. You can't beat it. Great price, great items. Come in and shop with us. And also, be responsible. Recycle. Come and use those previously worn dresses that are just in fabulous condition.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. The Pirates, 28. Indians, 17. 12 minutes left. 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter here at the Burial Grounds.
First and 10 here on the 39-yard line as Ethan Darter snaps the ball and passes it out to his left.
Darter's pass complete to 85, Josh Benson. Get 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6 for the Indians. From the Pirate 35-yard line. Down and 7 for the Indians from the Pirate 36-yard line.
11 minutes, 19 seconds left here on the clock. And this is usually the time where I give my opinion about who's going to win. To be honest, I don't know. Let's watch this first. Yeah, see. I don't know. The Pirates are in the lead. Lake Central could come back. They may not. I don't know. But the Pirates have played a great game so far. They are going. They started not in the lead. They found their way back, and now they're on top. And they're up by 11 points. 11 points doesn't mean a lot in the first quarter, in the second quarter, or in the third quarter. But this is the fourth quarter. This is it.
The Indians here go for it on fourth down. The pass made over the middle. And Austin Atkins is looking for a flag there on the play.
Intended for one Austin Atkins. Turnover on downs, first and 10 Merrillville. From their own 36-yard line.
Scoreboard update from around the region. East Chicago leads 49-0 over Bowman. And LaPorte leads 38-26 over Michigan City in the fourth quarter. And right here at the Burial Grounds, the Pirates lead 28-17 with 10 minutes and 45 wonderful, beautiful seconds left on the clock.
Pirates here get ready to line up for the snap. And the quarterback just looks to the sidelines there and just stares at his coach there.
Ten minutes and 16 wonderful seconds left on the clock. Nice juke move there. Merrillville's moving at the 50, the 40, taken down 35-yard line mark.
Two broken tackles there. Wow, that was great. That was great running by that receiver.
He knew exactly what to do with it and made several tackle. He hit a big gain there.
First big jump for the Pirates from the Lake Central 34-yard line.
That's what the doctor ordered for Merrillville Pirates.
And Coach Wilkins over the 300-yard mark passing. Okay, sounds good. 146 yards on 4 catches and touchdowns. First and 10, Merrillville, 9:45. The clock moves. Wilkins trying to set up a screen, and it's complete. Not going to be
There's a little screen play over the middle there. Almost looks like it was going to be incomplete. Grabbed it off the ground.
Then as a lineman, though, more of the Merrillville Pirates were able to
Number 6, Chris Gillespie on the stop.
block, so didn't have much help on that particular screen.
I see Coach Mark Hidalgo down there voicing his orders from the sidelines. And you know a coach is fired up when you can hear what they're saying all the way from the sidelines.
Exactly, yeah. You can hear it from the press box here. You know he's really meaning it.
Yeah, I hear him. Hidalgo is fired up. And I'm sure every other coach there is. They want points on the board. Ball dropped.
That was
With
a nice pass.
8 minutes and 55 seconds left on the clock.
3rd and 8 here on the 31-yard line for the Pirates.
Third down and 7 for the Pirates from the Lake Central 31-yard line.
Merrillville sends a wide receiver in motion, sets a wide receiver out of the slot. A handoff here to the right side of the field, and he is going to take that.
Can he do it? And it's a touchdown!
Wow.
Nice job getting to the outside, made one guy miss right at the line of scrimmage, put on a head fake, and then busted it up the sideline.
This game is definitely looking to be a heartbreaker. If these Indians can't really do much in this next drive, doesn't seem like they're going to have much left in this
No, and that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for all the people who came out. And I think the student section is kind of seeing the same thing you're seeing because you could see the color of the bench now, meaning that some people have dispersed. Some people have departed from the burial grounds. And I mean, the score is 34-17 now. That's how many points? Let's see. Let me see my math skills coming. All right. 34, 24. We'll be right back after this.
Our plan of attack is to keep pushing the ball, basically, and to basically come out with an what our coach says, attack mode. The crowd, the everything. To be honest, the play of how everything is going to motion out with the speed of the game and just the opponent. To be honest, support the team and come out on Friday.
The Pirates have taken hostage the Indians here at the burial grounds. You can hear the band in the background trying desperately to pump up what is left of the student section, the carcass, I'll say. What is left as Merrillville prepares for a kick, and you can kind of tell that they're getting it in their head that, we maybe do have this under control. Lake Central's moving slower. They're looking tired.
First and 10 for the Indians from their own 40-yard line.
It seems like they're not going to have much to go with anymore because it's been such a deflating game for them on offense and defense. The defense cannot get stops, and the offense keeps going 3 and out, or they just can't convert on plays that are just simple.
Yeah.
There's a wide open receiver downfield, and you can't just float a pass to him. He tries to make it precise every time.
Scoreboard update from around the region. Chesterton pulled out a victory against Crown Point. 14-0 is the final score there. LaPorte leads against Michigan City 38-26. Valparaiso leads against Portage 28-14. And that's all we have for you right now. But right here at the burial grounds, Lake Central has a first down.
It's first and 10 here for the Indians on the 47-yard line. Empty backfield, low snap, and he snaps to his left, and it's incomplete.
Gardner's pass incomplete, intended for 85, Josh Benson. Coverage on the play by number 10, Carl Stokes.
Eight minutes and 19 seconds left here. I mentioned that when we started the third quarter, the Pirates were barely in the lead, and now they're slowly but surely getting closer to a win here.
It looks like a pass interference call right here.
A lot of the students here are dispersing. I think they know what the outcome is going to be.
Results in a first down.
You can even see, like, in the way the players are playing and the way the coaches are coaching, when they start to realize maybe we can't do this, because there's that point where a comeback is just not possible. And are we at that point yet?
No. I mean, if we continue to play like we're playing right now, then maybe not. And that pass is incomplete. Going back to what I was saying, if we keep playing like we're playing, we play our offense like we've been doing on this drive, we can make an easy comeback. But if if we play like we did in the past 3 quarters, then no, we are not making a comeback.
Eight minutes and 9 seconds left here on the clock.
2nd and 10 on the Pirates' 32-yard line. Ethan Darter with an empty backfield. Darter snaps the ball, looks to his left, looks right, looks over the middle, and he takes the ball to himself and throws it out to his right side.
Wow!
Atkins was wide open.
Darter's pass incomplete, intended for one, Austin
Had
Atkins.
Ethan Darter not gotten as much pressure as he did, he probably would have made the pass more precise and maybe even floated it to him for an easy touchdown.
I didn't really see a reaction from Lake Central's coaches. They're seeming to kind of calm down. Maybe they know more than we do. Maybe they know, hey, man, this is there's no way. Because that, based on the fact that there was no reaction and they were just kind of stone cold, based on that.
The pass over the middle almost picked off twice.
Darter's pass incomplete. Broken up by number 1, Adam Neal.
The Indians are going to go for it on 4th and 10 here on a 32-yard line. Darter's pass incomplete.
If you're watching, please use the hashtag LCTV live stream to interact with us. We'd love to know that you're watching. That'd be great. Merrillville's on the move. Not for long. I couldn't even finish saying that before someone got taken down. It seems like a lot of stops here. Nobody's really getting too far, it seems like.
7.5 left in the 4th quarter. It is 2nd and 10 for the Pirates. On 38-yard line here.
Seven minutes and 12 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. It could be that the Indians are just killing time. It could be that they've accepted the loss, that they're just killing time until the end of the game. What do you think? Do you think that's their strategy or what?
No, if I were the Indians head coach, Brett St. Germain, I wouldn't accept the loss this early on. I mean, at this point, it's going to be hard to come back. It's a 3-4 possession game right now. 4 touchdowns will take the lead, but 3, even so, will take the lead. But
I just saw Coach Mark Hidalgo beating his chest. What does that mean? Is he fired up? Is he mad? What do you think that means?
He could be a little fired up. Then again, it could be a play call. The Indians are known for their kind of offbeat play calls. A little finger wagging in the air sometimes.
Merrillville.
I've noticed in the past that they do that.
Our live coverage continues next.
When you're looking for a diamond engagement ring, stop by and see us at James & Sons Fine Jewelers. We specialize in fine diamond and designers in the bridal jewelry industry.
At James & Sons, we have the latest fashions with Alex and Ani bracelets.
We carry a huge selection of all of their latest designs. We consider it an honor to help you celebrate your life's special moments. So this holiday season, stop by and see us at James & Sons Fine Jewelers.
We're located right across the street from Whole Foods, next door to Old Navy.
Breaking away from their huddles here. 6 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. Pirates lead 34 to 17.
The Pirates with a big play up the middle.
Wilkins pass complete to number 10, Carl Stokes. 35, Nick Lucas on the tackle.
6 minutes and 16 seconds left here on the clock. It looked like the clock was running earlier, but now it's not. Things have kind of slowed down here. The last time I mentioned the student section where there were a lot more people left than there are now. Merrillville has actually not a bad turnout. I'm not just saying that. Actually not a bad turnout considering that this is an away game. But as time goes on, it's becoming evident that the Pirates could walk out of here with a victory.
Mm-hmm. Well, under 6 minutes left here. 1st and 10 for the Pirates on the 39-yard line as a quarterback runs with the ball here and do quick little spin moves.
DJ Wilkins, the ball carrier. Goes down of bounds by 62.
5 minutes and 35 seconds left here on the clock. Let's remind the people or break the news that if Lake Central loses, they do lose their DAC championship. They do lose the opportunity to win the DAC championship. If they do lose here, there, I guess, still is time for them to come back. Miracles do happen. We had a pre-show today, ladies and gentlemen. That is proof that miracles happen. With 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock.
44, Jackson Long on the tackle.
That whole story right there is something for another day.
From the Indian 32-yard line.
But I'm glad we got on. I'm glad we got to have a pre-show. I'm glad that we got to have a little insight before the game. Came on a little Indian insight, if I must say.
Third and 3 for the Pirates here on the 32-yard line with a little under 5 minutes. The score remains 34-17. Pirates hand the ball off, and he breaks out to the right side and runs into his teammate.
23, Isaiah Thornton, the ball carrier. Six, Tyler Frank on the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Pirates from the Lake Central 20-yard line.
4 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock. 4-4-4. Clock is running. A lot of Lake Central side is leaving. I haven't seen anyone from Merrillville leaving. They know the Pirates have a huge chance of winning. They know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
23, Thornton, the ball carrier. Michael Dolphin on the tackle.
4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Merrillville is still in the lead against the Indians here, 34-17.
It is 2nd and 8 with a little under 4 minutes. They place the ball at the 17-yard line for the Pirates here at the Barrier ground. Sorry about the pause there.
Under 4 minutes.
Pirates hand the ball off up the middle, and they stop. It looks like about the 10-yard line, 11-yard line. Nice little game.
Thornton, the ball carrier, brought down by 60, Michael Dahlkamp. First and goal for the Pirates from the Lake Central 10-yard line.
Pirates find a nice little gap up the middle, take it down to about the 1 yard line there.
28 inches Pilot on the tackle. Gain of 8 yards, second down and goal for the Pirates from the Lake Central 2-yard line.
Scoreboard update from around the region. Once again, Chesterton beat Crown Point 14-0 as their final score. LaPorte beat Michigan City 41-26, and Valparaiso beat Portage 28-14. As you saw, that was a touchdown. Touchdown for Merrillville there. So
that is a heartbreaker. That is for sure. That is going to deflate everything that the Indians wanted to do there. And the kick is blocked.
Under 2 minutes. Live coverage continues next.
Take what we practiced all week and put it all together in the game. I'm looking forward for our first shutout of the year. We need to play the best defense that we played all year tonight. It's a team game, so as long as we're clicking on defense together, then we can back it up on the field.
And we are back. Back and better than ever here at the Burial Grounds. 2 minutes and 28 seconds left on the clock. The Pirates, the Merrillville Pirates, are in the lead against the Indians 40-17. Definitely a heartbreaker, as you mentioned earlier, for the Indians. You can see that the Lake Central coaches have, I don't even know if relaxed is the word. Maybe they're just, I'm assuming they're frustrated.
I would be frustrated at this point too. I mean, it's hard to say, but at this point, they're accepting the loss.
And you can see Coach Joe Lauerman kind of squatting down with his head down. Definitely not impressed, not happy with the team's performance. You can just tell. This isn't me assuming, you can just tell. Merrillville with a kick.
And Sean Griffin is back with the return here, and he jukes out to his right there. Left and takes it out, and he's down, and there's a flag on the play.
I mean, I guess it's still somewhat possible for Lake Central to make a comeback here, but with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left on the clock, that's a lot of points. That's over 20 points that need to be put on the board.
With a little over 2 minutes, it's not possible at this point. If they do, they're about to make some high school football history.
On the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot. First down. Yes.
2 minutes, 19 seconds left here.
Ethan Darter is placed under center here, and he sets a running back in motion. Ethan Darter hands the ball off to Josh Williams, and Williams is down.
31, Josh Williams, the ball carrier.
It's becoming evident now that Lake Central is just not going to be able to pull it out tonight.
After last week, that was a tough loss, and even this week, that was an even bitter loss.
Now, could you imagine Saturday morning practice?
Oh, gosh. That's got to be tough on them. I hate to say it.
It has to be, because there's going to be a lot of things that need to be talked about. A lot of new strategies, especially they have high goals. So if they plan on getting anywhere with these high goals, then they need to step it up. It's as simple as that. They need to step it up. If they want a state championship, which is what one of their football players told me their goal was, they need to step it up. If you put not to bash on the home team, but if they are playing like this for the DAC, what is it going to be like when it comes to the state game?
At this point in time, it would wouldn't look the greatest, honestly. No, not at all. It's just, like you said earlier, they set high standards for themselves. Even in a win, and even if they don't meet them standards, they go out and practice like they lost. Because this is a winning tradition that the Indians have put together under Brett St. Germain.
.25 seconds left. I doubt Lake Central's going to make a comeback in 25 seconds. 20 seconds now. And it's becoming evident now that we know who the winner is now, essentially. I guess they could somehow make a comeback in 4 seconds or whatever, just to give the people who would oppose me on that their proper respect. But not so much. That concludes it. That's the game right there. The Pirates beat the Lake Central Indians at Lake Central High School 40-17. I guarantee you the coaching staff is not very happy about that.
Oh, no.
And, you see them giving the high fives right now. You see them, celebrating, hey, good job, good job. But I guarantee you those coaches are going to have a lot to say later on.
Oh,
for
no
the
doubt
next practice
about
in the locker room tonight. There's going to be a lot said on what they can fix. Not what they can fix, what they need to fix. If they want to be successful at the team, there's just stuff that needs to be fixed. It cannot look good in Brett St. Germain's head, Mr. Brett St. Germain's head, watching the Pirates come in here. And make the Indians walk the plank at the burial grounds. That's essentially what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indians have walked the plank. The Pirates have forced them out of the burial grounds by capturing a victory, a 40-17 victory here at the burial grounds. That couldn't look good in his head. I guarantee you, especially someone who cares as much as he does, that's not what you want to see.
Especially as a head coach, like you said, going back to practice, it's going to be a tough, long week for them coming into next week. But next week we play against Valparaiso, I believe, and that should be a good game. We are away at Valpo, and Valpo won today 28-14 against Portage, so they got a little momentum on their side, whereas us, we have 2 losses now under our belt the past 2 weeks, and it looks like the Indians have to pull it together. As each team takes a knee on either side of the field.
Let's have a little recap of the game here. The Indians started off doing good. I don't know if their fire died out or what, but they started off really good. And in the end, and even now, you could see Lake Central, they're being talked to by their coaches immediately. Those coaches have a lot to say, a lot of frustration that they want to get off their chest.
No doubt about it, yes.
So that's that. And then the Portage came back. When they made that comeback, there was not Portage, excuse me. Merrillville made a comeback. And when they made that comeback, there was no turning back for them.
Oh no, not at all. Once they made that touchdown, it was just from there on, kept going. Lake Central looked good early on, but coming later on, out of the first half, we just didn't look great at all. They threw the ball away at certain points in time to where there could have been easy completions, easy touchdowns, but a missed opportunity is a missed opportunity.
And I heard Merrillville kind of celebrating. If you look at the Indians, they don't really look happy. They're kind of having a nice, quiet walk into the locker room. The coaches don't look happy, but Merrillville is celebrating. Congratulations for them for their victory. Not so much for the Indians. Very heartbreaking for the Indians. I can only imagine being a coach. What do you think could be done for next time in the game when they're taking the lead and a team comes back on top and they need to do something about it instead of attempting to do something about it in the fourth quarter? What do you think Lake Central should change?
It seems like this game, the entire game, they were wanting to run the ball more than they wanted to. And it seems like our style of play for this entire season so far is give Ethan Darter the ball and let him throw it. We could have halfbacks in the backfield as much as we want, but Darter's a thrower. He doesn't hand the ball off very often. And if we get him the ball, let him throw it, maybe we can make some magic happen.
Definitely. And how do you think, being a Lake Central player who was really excited to come out here, who had high goals, some of the people we interviewed had these high goals, how do you think they're feeling?
You know, I'd feel disappointed. This is a tough loss to swallow after losing last week. These players aren't normally used to losing, so it's a tough one, that's for sure.
But hopefully for them, they will have a chance to come back, and this is their last home game of this season in the regular season. This is their last home game in the regular season. So this is our last live coverage of a regular game in a regular season at Lake Central. So, and I've been here for 5 of them. Tony's been here for 3 of them. My broadcast partner, Anthony. So we appreciate you listening. We appreciate everything. Thank you so much for watching. This does conclude our extensive, exclusive live coverage. Be sure to check out LakeCentralNews.com, where you can stay up to date on everything Lake Central. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/LCTV News. Follow us on Twitter @LCHS News. And make sure to keep up to date with everything Lake Central. This does conclude our live coverage of this football game. You've been watching it right here on LakeCentralNews.com. Until next time, I'm Caleb Beasley.
And I'm Anthony Dye.
Have a great night. Thank you for joining us.